Hi and welcome to my channel. So a massive opportunity has arisen for one of the best and indeed highest paying jobs in the UK. This is a job that when people find out how much they are paying and the fact that you don't need any degree, any experience or any qualifications to be able to apply, is like, oh my goodness, how can I get into this? And look, I'm going to tell you straight away because I'm talking about UK nanny jobs. And there's a company at the moment that is massively recruiting. So I'm going to be telling you in today's video the eligibility criteria, the requirements, why you must 100% apply for this opportunity. It doesn't matter whether you're in the UK at the moment in a different sector or you're still out of this country. It is absolutely an opportunity you don't want to miss. So if you haven't joined this family, obviously take this opportunity to hit the subscribe button below so that you're the first person that is notified every single day when I drop a new video on here, because I'm an enthusiast when it comes to free visa sponsorship jobs to move to the UK or to switch if you're already in this beautiful, amazing country. But most importantly, career progression, high earning jobs so that you can work less, earn more and get to retire early, because we didn't come to this country to die broke. Because I started my own UK journey, by the way, if you're new here and we haven't met before, as a carer in a nursing home, and I now work in the most senior clinical nursing job as an advanced nurse practitioner. So when I'm talking about these things, I'm saying this from a place of experience and from a place of, like I say, knowledge. So what is this opportunity all about? Look, the first thing is, if you are a nanny, you know, it's not about female or it's not about male. Anybody can apply, because I know I'm going to get comments now in the comment section saying, Melvis, I'm a man, can a man apply for this job? Of course, there are no restrictions when it comes to that. As long as you're up to the task and you have the eligibility criteria that we're going to talk about, yes, you can apply. And by the way, I love to know where people are watching these videos from. So I'd like you to leave a comment in the comment section below. Where are you watching from? But most importantly, if you check the comment section below, you're going to see my contact details, so that if you want to contact me directly, you can WhatsApp me, you know what I mean, or you can just email me. I also have a free newsletter which I send information such as this directly to your amazing inbox, so that you're not reliant on the YouTube algorithm. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, Melvis, I need your support to make sure that my application is successful, I need you to go through my interview, I need you to go through my CV, my application. What do I really need to make sure that I stand out? Because guess what? The UK is really short staffed. They need loads and loads of people, but the application process is the challenge. Let me tell you that the challenge is the application process, because many of the UK companies will rather have no staff than to recruit people that they feel are incompetent or not up to the task, which is why applications are very, very challenging. So if you're watching my videos, you better be part of the top 1% to make sure that you're cutting your T's and you're dotting your I's. So drop a comment in the comment section below and say, Melvis, I am part of the top 1%, because there's power in the word. So what are the advantages with this particular opportunity? The biggest advantage is that for these jobs, look, some of them are paying up to £70,000 per year, but the average pay is £50,000 to £55,000 per year. Look, just to put this into context, let me tell you, in the UK, carers are earning £23,000 per year. Nurses are earning £28,000 per year. I mean, that's a starting salary, obviously basic. Doctors are £30,000 per year. I mean, doctors, after they've gone to university for years and they're saving lives, that's how much they earn. But if you get a job in the UK as a nanny, the starting salary for nannies and the average salary for nannies in the UK is £50,000 per year. I would like you to drop a comment in the comment section below and say £50,000. Let that sink in, so that you know that that's actually how much nannies earn. And let me tell you, the average salary in the UK for all jobs and everybody is only £35,000. So nannies are actually like in the top 10%, if I can say that. So in terms of the eligibility criteria, you don't need to have any specific qualifications per se, but the most important thing is, what type of a nanny job are you applying for? Because there are two main types. The first type is live-in nanny and the second type is live-out nanny, and each one differs massively. The reason I'm getting into all these details is so that if you're applying, you need to know what the differences are, so that it will significantly increase your chances for success. This is why I do all these detailed videos and I explain all these steps, so that it can help you. So option number one for living nanny is where you're living permanently with the host family. You're living permanently there. The advantage for this is that you don't pay any rent, you don't pay any bills. They provide you with free accommodation. So that's what normally happens with living nanny. And the thing also is that living nanny jobs pay a lot more than live out. So if you live in your own house and then you go and work as a nanny, you're going to earn less, even though you're going to have to pay your own rent, you're paying your own bills and paying everything. But somebody who decides to be a living nanny is going to earn a lot more, but they don't have any rent, they don't have any bills, they don't have to pay any cost, food, you don't pay anything. So that's a massive difference. And depending on your personal circumstances, you're going to just be like, hey, Melvis, living nanny is not for me, live out is not for me. So it's about your personal circumstances. I've supported lots of people in the past, you know what I mean, to apply for these nanny jobs. Some people have been successful. They're very, very choosy. I tell you that because I know this from experience. The people that are recruiting for these jobs, look, it's not even like carer jobs or nursing jobs. They are very, very strict as to, what are you like, what about your diction and things like that. So there's quite a lot that you need to take into consideration, because even though the money is high that they're paying, but the people really want quality. Because if you're somebody who is paying a nanny £70,000 per year, then obviously you've got very high expectations, isn't it? And you've also got that kind of finesse to you. Otherwise, you would not be able to pay somebody 70,000 to look after your child. So in terms of experience is a massive advantage. If you've got like healthcare related experience, they'll love that, because if a child is unwell, you're able to identify that and act appropriately or accordingly. If you've got teaching experience, it's also a massive advantage, because with children, it's all about early childhood development. So these are big advantages, which means if you've got any teaching experience or qualifications or healthcare experience or qualifications, you're going to have a bigger advantage than any other person who doesn't have any of these. So these are things that when you're applying on your CV, on your application, during the interview, you need to be highlighting more about these, but using that to explain how it makes you the best candidate. And by the way, I do have a private career coaching program where I offer tailored guidance with these processes, NHS jobs, visa sponsorship jobs, career progression. Like I said, you want to study nursing in the UK, for example, through the apprenticeship path without paying any tuition fees, which is where your employer is paying you. I've shared extensively detailed videos on here about many of these processes. Looking for jobs with the NHS, you are currently in domiciliary care, you're in a nursing home, you're trying to transition into the NHS so that you can have access to job security as well as career progression, then I can support you with all of that. If you want to check what my coaching program is all about, if you check the description box below or the about section of this channel, you're going to see more information about it. But it's only for the top 1% of people. It's not for everybody. I like to make this really clear, because I don't want to waste your time. But most importantly, I don't want to waste my own time. So if you're somebody who is ready and willing to walk the talk, then you can check out that program. But if you want to know, Melvis, what is in this for me? You know what I mean? If you check the comment section below, you can contact me directly. You see my WhatsApp number there. You can contact me so we can talk about your specific circumstances and whether this program is even right for you. So that's what I'm all about. If you also know somebody obviously that can benefit from this information, please do share it with them and encourage them to apply, because many of us just need a push. We just need that encouragement, and sometimes it's very, very challenging, but it's what is needed. So just drop a comment in the comment section below and say encouragement, because like I always say, there is power in the word. Then when it comes to obviously the requirements, we've already spoken about that, what is going to be an added advantage, what is not going to be. And then we're going to talk about my favorite company, by the way, because there's one particular company, like I said, they are currently recruiting and they are my best when it comes to this. So even if you're in the UK, by the way, on a dependent visa, or you're just looking for extra income, it's still worth looking into these, because the hourly rate is about £25 per hour. So if you are on a student visa, even if you do this once or twice a week, you're going to earn a lot more than if you do other things. So you need to be very wise. You need to be very smart in this UK, especially now with the inflation. Prices are very high. Everything is skyrocketing and nothing is for free. So you need to be wise. You need to be smart and maximize the opportunities in this country. That's why I always say, look, the group of friends that you have, the people you're interacting with in this country, is going to make or mar your experience here. Because if you have a bunch of people, all of them are struggling, and they're like, oh my God, everybody here has to be struggling, you're going to normalize all of those things and feel that that's how the UK is for everybody. So you need a good network, because like the saying goes, your network is your net worth. Very crucial, very important. You need to be selective. You have to. You can't be like, oh, these are the people from. No, no, no. You need to be selective. That's what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. You're an adult. You know what's best for you. I can only give advice, sisterly advice. That's all I can do. But ultimately, it is your own choice. So, in terms of the companies that we've said, there are quite a few companies that are recruiting. I've shared previous videos here about all of these. And in terms of the live in and the live out, which ones are you leaning towards? Which one do you think is the best option? Is it live in, or is it to live out? Live out means you're living in your own house, going to work, and then returning home at the end of your workday. Some of these nanny jobs as well, just so you're aware, because these families are quite wealthy, they've got money, they have loads of holidays abroad. So some of them like to say that they would prefer somebody who likes to travel. But there are some of these companies that recruit a nanny, and they have one that when they're traveling, they travel out together. So it's quite flexible, but it depends. So if you're somebody who likes traveling as well to see the world while you're being paid for the pleasure, guess what? This is an opportunity. And that's why sometimes you see people, for example, on YouTube saying they're traveling the world while being paid. They're doing nanny jobs, supporting families that are very wealthy, and they travel to some of the most prestigious places, private jets, some people, and all of that. So you need to be, really exploring these opportunities and not just being stuck, into the basics that we all know. You need to open your mind and look into other sectors and try to explore other things, especially if you are somebody who is not very committed, you know what I mean, family wise. That's an advantage, so that you can take those opportunities and try to explore, try different things, and see what's going to work best for you. Don't just stick to the traditional things that you know. That's what I'm trying to say. So in terms of one of the things I want to say about the interview is that for these jobs, because it's just coming to my mind now because I'm just all thinking about the ideas, is that many of the people that are interviewing, you're going to have two interviews. Because first, you normally would have like, it's not a proper interview, it's more like an informal chat. You know what I mean? When they look at your application and they're happy and they're interested, they invite you for an informal chat. So that informal chat is always obviously with the recruiting company. When you have that chat, if you're in the UK, you know what I mean? They can say it's face to face, or they can do it on Teams. If you're out, it's always on Teams, obviously. And then after that, if they're happy with you, that's when they then present your, application to the family, where you're actually going to be. And then that family would then interview you as well. So you need to be very aware, which is why the way that you talk, your English, obviously, you need to be able to speak English because, it's just basic. But if you can speak other languages, obviously that's an advantage because, generally it is said that people who can speak many languages are very talented. And if you're spending time with a child, that also increases the chance that that child can learn from you. So it's an advantage if you can speak other languages. But English is an absolute must because they're going to be very, very keen. Also, early childhood development, knowledge about that. Look, very crucial. Like I said, experience in teaching or healthcare will kind of catapult you to the top of the ladder. But this early childhood development also is a big deal. So you need to be aware of all of that. So I would like you to leave a comment in the comment section below and say early childhood development, because that's what this is all about. It's not a matter of saying, hey Melvis, this nanny job is perfect for me because I've got 6 children. I've also looked after my sister's children, I've looked after my uncle's children, my nieces and nephews. So guess what? I'm an amazing nanny. That's not what makes you a good nanny. A good nanny doesn't mean that you've got children or you haven't got children. It's got nothing to do with that. It's about molding a child, dealing with tantrums. How do you support that child? How do you ensure that they're doing what they should be doing? Because, children are very, very naughty. Well, children can be very naughty and very difficult. So as a nanny, how are you going to manage all of that? So Those are some of the things you want to be reflecting on. And so, what is a company? My all-time favorite company is called Little Ones. Oh my god, Little Ones is just amazing. And currently they are recruiting. In fact, they've got vacancies, 1,200 of them. So drop a comment in the comment section below and say 1,200, because I'll know that you've watched the video till now, and so I'm going to give you some tips and tricks as to, some of the things that are going to help you even further, to add to the ones we've already spoken about through the application process. So Little Ones, that's what I'm talking about. They are a very, very exclusive company, very, very professional, highly specialized, exclusively in the sector. And one thing also, by the way, because you've watched till now, let me tell you, they also recruit like housekeepers, they recruit chefs as well. So if you are not very keen on the nanny one and you want to explore other opportunities, they also have. So they have housekeepers and they have chefs. And the good thing is that these are jobs that offer visa sponsorship. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, Melvis, I need visa sponsorship, can I apply? The main thing is, don't always put your visa sponsorship hat in front. When your visa sponsorship hat is in front of you, instead of service to the people that you're wanting to support, it'll be difficult for you to succeed, because the only thing you're thinking about is, are you going to give him visa sponsorship or not? No, you need to think about your performance. You need to think about the confidence that you're exuding, because that's what's going to make the people to say, hey, Melvis, 100%, we want you. So again, these are some of the things they want to think about when it comes to vacancies as well. Some of them are called early childhood coordinators, early childhood educators. There's lots of different things, but I just thought I should give you a highlight, because this is all highlights, because there's a lot more to these jobs, the application process and all of that. So again, I hope you found this helpful, by the way, because I like to just give you those ideas. At the end of the day, you need to do a lot more research if this is something that is for you, because obviously your personal circumstances are going to be different from anyone else's. And as you know, YouTube is a very generic, profile. I've got no idea whether you're watching this for yourself, for a relative, for a loved one. So please just share this with them and encourage whoever it is to apply. If it's for yourself, 100% apply, because these opportunities are worth it. It doesn't matter whether you're in the UK or out. Like I said, it makes absolutely no difference. You need to put yourself forward when you see a good opportunity. So I'd like you to drop a comment in the comment section below and say good opportunity. It lets me know that you've watched the video till the very end, and if you're asking any questions, I know that you've taken the time to go through, and it's only fair that you get more details if that's something that you want, because you need to do more research on these opportunities. On YouTube land, everything is easy and rosy. In the real world, it doesn't work. So I never want to give an impression that these are easy opportunities to get, because they do take a lot of time and they take a lot of effort. And I'm saying this, I've got years of experience supporting people to apply for these jobs, these visa sponsorship jobs, going through these processes myself, and I tell you that they take a lot of time, a lot of dedication. And while you're applying for these jobs, you have your life, you've got everything else to do. And so it can be very challenging, but it is well worth it in the end. The sacrifice that you're making will pay off in the end, I tell you. So you need to keep going, you need to keep believing, and you need to keep pursuing that dream. If you need to contact me, like I said, check the comment section below. You're going to see my contact details, and you can get to me at your earliest convenience. And share this, by the way, with your friends so that they are aware and they can put themselves forward for these nanny jobs. Check out this video right here.